Just make yourself comfortable and begin to relax, perhaps noticing the soft textures around you, the sounds in the background, or even the subtle pattern of your breathing that's unique to this moment. And maybe there's a sense of something familiar and ordinary, like finding a well-worn pebble in your pocket, overlooked until it rolls between your fingers. And isn't it interesting how you can allow yourself to become curious about the ordinary things? And as you do, even the sound of my voice might begin to feel like that pebble, inviting you to move your attention inwards just for a while in a way that suits you. And as you imagine that pebble gently resting in your palm, you might notice how warmth gradually flows through it. A quiet transformation, so subtle, so quiet. And people sometimes forget how natural it is for your awareness to begin drifting towards comfort as you study the unique shape and surface of the stone, noticing which parts are rough and which are smooth. And every breath, like a gentle, invisible breeze, can help you settle in more deeply into your own experience, into your own inner world, letting the outside world fade just enough until even the quietest background sound simply blends into supporting your relaxation, like sunlight slowly deepening the colors of that simple stone. And you know that pebbles are shaped by years of river currents, how water, persistent and patient, carves a rough stone into something new. And it's said that no two pebbles are quite alike, each one transformed in its own private way by the path it travels. And perhaps as you hold your pebble in your imagination, some part of you can remember times when gentle, repeated motions led to unexpected shifts, even if they seemed slow at first. And you know, sometimes change is as easy as allowing new currents of thoughts to flow, even if you aren't sure where they'll lead at first. And just imagine this pebble, your pebble, beginning a new journey, tossed from the hand, landing with a quiet splash in a clear stream. Ripples spread outwards, each ring touching wider and wider parts of the surface. And you might not always see how deeply those ripples travel, but you can trust that even small shifts can reach far below the surface, moving silt and sand, stirring what once lay settled. And isn't it curious how much of change is about the currents we allow in? Some people think they're stuck with the same patterns of thoughts or feelings, forgetting that you can notice new choices in old situations simply by letting a different current guide you. And as you imagine the path carved by the water. You might smile at how easily unexpected strengths appear as you flow along, learning new things about yourself without having to force them. And there are those who say change requires effort, as though one could shape stone with only their will. And yet, change is what happens as you relax into the process. Just as water shapes without strain, patiently, you too might find it's entirely possible to invite a gentle openness to new experiences without knowing all the details or outcomes ahead of time. And when you think about areas of your life you'd like to shift, even the ones that seem solid, a part of you can imagine how natural changes begin as you let yourself flow gently in new directions. And maybe, just maybe, the river knows something important. That carrying the pebble isn't a burden, but a partnership, a dance of cooperation and time. And you might sense resources within yourself you haven't yet discovered, waiting just below the surface, ready to help smooth any roughness. And as you notice more possibilities unfolding, like ripples expanding quietly and persistently, there's a comfort in feeling that some shifts begin simply with willingness. And as the pebble finally settles on a fresh spot in the riverbed, shaped yet not finished, its journey ongoing, you can allow a deep sense of calm and capability to take root within, noticing the textures of your own experience, past, present, and possible future, meeting gently in this moment. And now, as you begin to return to the here and now, becoming a little more aware of your body and your breathing, the feeling of the surface supporting you. Perhaps you can notice the soft light in the room and how effortless it is to bring your attention back. With each comfortable breath in, you might feel renewed energy awakening in your arms and legs, a sense of gentle curiosity being carried forwards. And when it feels right, opening your eyes with a sense of interest in what lies ahead, recalling that awareness always flows where you choose to direct it, and that the next moment is uniquely yours. And in the coming days and weeks, you may find yourself noticing small, positive changes, as naturally as spotting a smooth pebble on a familiar path. And each time you respond differently, even subtly, you reinforce the gentle, ongoing current of personal growth that's always available to you. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. You've done something meaningful for yourself today, and feel welcome to return to this experience whenever you wish. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.